So it looks like Henry Cejudo is not retiring. As you guys know, after his split decision loss to Aljamain Sterling over the weekend, Henry said that it may have been his last fight.
You know, like I said, man, if I'm not first, I'm last. I want to talk to Dana, but I got to talk to my wife, and who knows, man, this may be the last of me in the octagon.
Earlier today, Henry tweeted this. He wrote, "This shit is far from over. At Dana White, I want Merab Dvalishvili's head on a plate. Hashtag UFC Boston." Merab responded saying, "Let's go. I will take another one of Aljamain Sterling's leftovers. For now." Henry also tweeted out this clip of him and Uriah Faber. Henry wrote, "Thanks in advance, Uriah Faber. I ain't done yet."
Hey, way to be back in there, bro. You know? It's smart to be back in there, man. You gotta, do your thing. But hey, bro, you're the baddest motherfucker on the planet. You need to be stacked. You know what I mean?
Thank you,
buddy.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Henry also had some words for Conor McGregor today. Henry tweeted, "Hey, the notorious MMA. Your grappling is so bad, you can't even submit a clean urine sample. I've seen more intimidating men on a can of Bud Light." He followed up with, "The only cardio Conor McGregor is doing these days is running from USADA." Jorge Masvidal and Kamaru Usman have squashed their beef. Here's a clip of the two having a conversation at Jorge's recent Game Bread boxing event. No bad blood between Gilbert Burns and Belal Muhammad following UFC 288. Gilbert tweeted this. He wrote, "Shout out to Belal Muhammad, great win. Wish you nothing but the best. Go get the title. Stop the hate and start to appreciate." Colby Covington had some harsh words for Ali Abdelaziz. Colby did an interview with Submission Radio following UFC 288. Colby said there was only one winner, guys, who won in that fight, referring to Belal versus Gilbert. The only person that profited and won last night was Ali Abdelaziz. You know, I just feel sorry for Burns because of his representation. He has a guy that's managing his ship that's a clear scumbag. It's a clear sleazeball, using his fighters against each other and having his fighters fight each other so he can make a payday from both of them. It's disgusting and despicable, the stuff that Ali Abdelaziz does, and the way he throws his fighters out there to profit off of them. He doesn't care about any of the fighters. If anything, I just feel bad because of his representation. I hope Burns goes out there and does the right thing, gets better representation, have people around you that really genuinely want the best for you." Dana White after UFC 288 says that he will not try to talk Henry Cejudo out of retiring. Dana also discusses Aljamain Sterling versus Sean O'Malley.
There's only been a couple guys I've tried to talk out of retiring at the time that they did. You know, it was DC and Habib. You know, Henry's been off for 3 years. He looked great tonight against a guy who's much bigger, much stronger. But you know, that's up to him, whatever he wants. I mean, I don't think you should have retired the first time, but you know, if he decides to retire a second time, I probably wouldn't argue with him. I had Aljo winning the fight. Very close fight, yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm a big believer in ring rust, and you know, not only did he fight 5 tough rounds against a guy much bigger than him, you know, yeah, he looked good. One of the things that impresses me about Henry Cejudo is, like the Mariah's fight, after the first round, I said, ooh, Henry's in trouble tonight. And then he makes these adjustments and comes back in the second round and looks unbelievable. So, yeah, I thought both guys fought a hell of a fight. It was a big win for him. It was obviously a big win. You know, there's a lot of, like I said, leading up to this fight, you know, there's the Peter Yan fight, and then there's the Dillashaw fight, and, you know, going in and you know, grueling it out for 5 rounds with Henry Cejudo, regardless of the weight and size difference, it's a big deal to beat Henry.
You know, you usually don't make fights on the night of the fight.
But you're going to ask me anyway?
Well, I feel like it's fair to say Sean O'Malley's probably next for Aljamain Sterling, right? I mean,
that what?
That Sean O'Malley might just be next for Aljamain.
Yeah, I've had better ideas than what I did tonight. Not a great idea, but yes, he's next. Probably August. Yeah, it was a bad idea.
Robert Whittaker on the MM Arcade podcast reveals the one MMA fight that made him say, "Holy shit."
Well, I think mine was when Bisping knocked out Luke Rockhold. That was kind of, I don't know, that was pretty big. That was pretty big because I was obviously in the mix at that time, and because Rockhold had already dismantled Bisping, so and Bisping was late notice. Rockhold at the time was untouchable in that division. I don't know. That's one that's standing out. I'm sure there's been bigger ones, but that was a big one for me.
Aljamain Sterling is very confident in the matchup against Sean O'Malley. Aljo guarantees he'll make light work of Sean.
My thoughts on Sean O'Malley is that motherfucker is frail. Frail. You think if I could take down a short, stocky guy like Henry, who's actually a gold medalist and has good takedown defense, what am I going to do to Sean O'Malley? Like, let's be honest here, guys. Like, yeah, he's been promised the title shot. He opted not to take the title shot and gave Henry a chance to come back and chase history. I beat Henry. Now there's no more running. You know, you either want to swim with the big boys or you don't. If not, get the out of the pool or go up a weight class or some Don't keep sitting around here talking and barking and not saddling it up and taking the opportunities that are given. This is what the sport's all about. You take the opportunities that are given to you. I guarantee you, we step in there, I think I fold that man in half in one round. It's just gonna, same thing I did to Sandhagen. Go out there, pressure forward. He's gonna use his footwork. I'm gonna cut off the cage like I was just talking about. Eventually, he's gonna be on his back foot, let him throw a stupid kick that I'm gonna catch. I'm gonna body lock him. I'm gonna fold him in half like a lawn chair, and that's gonna be the fight. Signed, sealed, delivered.
Dana White reveals Khamzat Chimaev has a lot of things going on in his personal life, which is why he hasn't been booked for a fight. Khamzat last fought Kevin Holland back in September last year. Speaking to Aaron Bronstetter, Dana said that's on him though. He's got stuff going on in his personal life. That's not because we're not getting him a fight. Obviously you know how it goes here. I talk about this all the time. We have to get guys 3 fights a year. If we don't get guys 3 fights a year, we have to pay them. The only way that wouldn't happen is if they have personal stuff going on. Khamzat Chimaev responded to this. Khamzat tweeted, "If I want to fight 77, if I want to fight 84, I decide. I have no problems with fights. If they gave me a fight, I would have fought a long time ago. I did so many training camps, not one fight. The problem is definitely not with me. Prepared in Dubai, then to Thailand. Why do I train so much if there is no fight? I don't understand. I can fight with everyone, I don't care who. Belal Muhammad, Kamaru Usman, Israel Adesanya, Leon Edwards, Colby Covington, Robert Whittaker." And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post future ones. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. These comments are in reference to Tony Ferguson's arrest. The first one says Tony Ferguson is the type of guy to say the police were uncooperative with him. The second one says police. Sir, you are under arrest for involuntary manslaughter and Tony Ferguson. Hold on, brother, I'm talking. And the final one's from Eric R. It says when the cops rolled up, Tony asked to see their license, registration, and proof of insurance. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured on the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. If you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen to get caught up. And make sure to go subscribe to our second channel where we post our exclusive MMA interviews.